Hello and welcome to Charter Local Edition Northwest. I'm Dana Cowley and my guest today is our Republican representative from the 7th District, Joel Kretz. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Now, in case people don't know where the 7th District is, it's in Northeast Washington,
right.
And you have had a history in recent years of terrible, horrific fires.
It's been a really tough couple of years, 3 years actually. We had unprecedented wildfires in the 7th and around the state, but we were kind of the epicenter. Okanogan County actually in just 2 years burned over 1 million acres, so it's had a huge impact. Yeah.
And so you have a bill that's moving forward that would improve forest health. Can you explain that to us and
sure.
What's in it?
Well, we're trying to get ahead of it a little bit. You know, we're working on really two components, our firefighting abilities and just being ready on the firefighting, but we've actually got to start getting ahead of the whole thing and dealing with forest health, which is something that we have done a poor job of the last 20, 30 years. And we're trying to get those forests in better shape where they're thinned out to a natural kind of spacing, and then we go through with prescribed burns and clean out the rest of the debris, and you've got forests that are resilient then to fire. I saw the really good example in the Sinlahecan Wildlife Refuge where everything around it burned, and the fire hit that refuge where they had done some thinning and prescribed burns, dropped right down to the ground, and hardly any impact. So that's what we're focusing on, is getting there with more of our forest land.
Well, and that's got to be a bit of a challenge. We are in an environmentally responsible state. Some environmentalists are opposed to those kinds of things. They like things left naturally and believe when things burn cleanly, it comes back. And so what do you do when you want to do things that are more along the lines of forest management when you meet that kind of resistance?
It's education. We try and help the ignorant and point out that these are not natural forest conditions that we're seeing now. We've got 100 years of fire suppression, and the natural cycle has been broken with that. It was misguided policy. It was meant well, but we've got forests that have, instead of 100 years ago, they maybe had 8 or 10 stems per acre. We've got 400 now. So we've got these unnatural crowded stands. And I've had real success with a lot of environmentally minded people when they come out and see it. I mean, here's your choice: is everything vaporized and black and ash, or you've got a healthy stand of timber. And I've been encouraged, a lot of the environmental community is coming around and saying, okay, it hasn't worked. Been working with the Nature Conservancy quite a bit. They're large landholders now, and they're watching everything burn or be in unhealthy conditions. And they've been a huge help at getting on board and bringing the environmental community in to deal with the unhealthy conditions.
Now, we've had just a very unusual snow, wet, rainy condition. We've got a lot of spring growth coming on already, and that can contribute to another bad fire season. Any thoughts about the forecast and what you're expecting this year? Well,
you're absolutely right. We've got tremendous amount of water out there, a good snowpack, which is good going into summer. The side we've got to watch, though, is that'll give us good grass growth. And if it does dry out, then we're actually in a worse situation than we would have been otherwise. So we're hoping for kind of a sustained rain into the summer, and good growing conditions, but still keeping it moist. And in the meantime, trying to get more of our forest treatments done, and to where we're more able to withstand that.
And tell us what else you're doing this legislative session. I know it's just been breakneck pace.
It has been. We're focused on getting a budget done right now. We're on the floor voting on budget amendments, and we're trying to come out of here with our side, at least, no new taxes, but at the same time fund our responsibility in the education side of things, mandated by the Supreme Court. And so we're trying to, we've got new revenue coming in. You know, the economy's picked up, and we feel like we can do it within the existing revenue. So that's our focus on the big budget votes that we've got coming up.
And then anything very specifically just for your constituents you're working on?
Oh, there's a number of things. I've got actually several fire bills that I think will help with forest health, which is really the biggest issue there. We've got wolf issues in the 7th District. There's 20 packs of wolves statewide, 17 are in my district. So we're getting a real disproportionate impact with our cattle industry, and we're looking for solutions on that too.
Well, thank you. We certainly appreciate you being here, Representative.
Thank you.
This is Joel Kretz. I'm Dana Cowley, and we appreciate you watching. This is Charter Local Edition Northwest in Olympia.